Every prophecy requires a process. From the time God told you about a prophecy, or you were told about a prophecy, to the time it is fulfilled. If you look at the book of Genesis to Revelation, you will realize that every prophecy that God gave took time, took a process of learning, of becoming, what God wants that prophecy to be, or betting that prophecy. Now, when God gives you a prophecy, it is not a time for you to say, "Oh, I need to pack up what I'm doing. I need to leave what I'm doing." No, right there where you are, with what you are doing, God is going to use that platform to birth that prophecy. Now we're going to be looking at instances. We're going to see Abraham. Abraham had a prophecy, but from when he had the prophecy to the time when the prophecy came was quite a long time. But through those seasons, you realize that everything that happened required him to trust God, tested his faith, because he was a man of faith. The Bible recognized Abraham as a man of faith. But everything that came during those seasons where he had to wait for, his child to come, required that he was patient with God, required that he still trusts God, even when he has not seen, what he wants. Now I'm going to go forward and look at Joseph. God showed him what he would be in the future. Now, he didn't leave his father's house and just flee away, or it was circumstances that took him from where he was to where God wants him to be. Everything looked like he was working against him, but actually he was working for his good. From his brothers selling him, to the Potiphar's wife lying against him, to everything that he went through. Now, even Joseph had to be in prison before he became a prime minister. He didn't just wake up and become a prime minister. He didn't just jump and say, "Yes, God has told me I'm going to be great. I'm going to be a great person in my family. I'm going to be the Joseph of my family," and just jump into anything. No, it was a process. He went through everything that God put him through to be where he ought to be. You understand? So when things are happening in your life, it doesn't mean that your prophecy is not coming to pass. "Oh, this is not what God told me." It might not be how God told you, what he told you, but mind you, what the phase you are in, what you are going through, is leading you to what God has told you, is betting what God has told you. Okay? Now, if you look at everyone if you look at David now, David was anointed to be a king while Saul was still a king. But everything that happened to David was preparing him, for the kingship authority, was preparing him for the throne. From everything that Saul, he had to serve the present king. I'm sure during those times where he was serving present king, he was learning one or two things. So what I'm trying to say is that there is a process to betting the prophecy. Don't be so in haste to say, God has told me that I'll be a big minister, and you pack up where you are and go away. Don't say, "God has told me that I will go abroad," and you leave your present job, okay, without having any directive from God, and you just go right where you are. You don't know if it is that place where you are that God is going to use somebody to bet the prophecy that he has spoken. So even when God gives you a prophecy, there are two things you need to understand: that there is a process to the prophecy, and right where you are, that is where God, what you have right now, God will use it as a platform to bet the prophecy that he has given to you. God bless you. Thank you for watching today's episode. Please stay in faith, stay focused, put your focus on God. Listen, hear from God. He said you will hear a voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walking." It means that God is going to give you directive as to what to do, where to go, how to do what he has told you that you will become. Okay? God bless you. Thank you. See you next time.